Now I'm going to explain to you real quick as to why vaping, I think, is going to ruin our generation. So if we look around on the street, we see these old people, we see these nitties, we call them nitties or whatever. We see these people and we see them smoking or whatever. The typical age they started around was probably around 14 to 15. Around the latest teenage years, when like year 10, year 11, people are starting to get into these niche habits, all these weird things. Oh, I got this drug, I'm gonna try this. That's when they start the drugs. That's when they start the cigarettes. I know that's when they start the drugs, the amphetamine, the cocaine, all those things. Around 14 to 15. Now, imagine that those people started using those types of substances at the age of 10. That's the same story with what's going on right now in our generation, and it's to do with vaping. Now, I see many people around my age, in my year group, vaping. They've probably started this year, or they've been going on for a couple of years now. But I've seen more and more young children, more kids, people younger than 13, starting to vape using these drugs that they deplete your dopamine. They deplete your dopamine stores, bro. They hijack your happiness, and they hijack all your drive that you have in your life. They take away all the reason you have to be happy about in your life. And imagine you're starting at such a young age. And we look at these old people saying, "Oh my days, I regret smoking. I regret starting this. I feel so depressed. I don't even know what the reason is to live." That's what they're probably thinking. Now we look at these kids starting their drugs at such a young age, vaping. It might not be as bad, but it's an addictive substance, and it depletes your dopamine systems after you take that rush, and you crave it more and more and more. And it's addictive. The more you do it, the more you're going to crave it, and it's going to crash your dopamine levels to such a low level to that of other drugs. They are going to become depressed. They're going to become unhappy. They're going to feel unhappy about what they have in life. And just seeing these young children start so young, it makes me think that some people in our generation are honestly doomed. Their lives are they're gonna go downhill from now on, starting from the age of 10. It's just gonna keep on going down and down and down until their life ends. Whether it be through natural causes or through their own decision to take their own life. And it's so sad to speak about this, but it's going to happen. I don't want to sound like some pessimist, but these things are going to happen eventually in their lives, because they're going to be so unhappy. They're going to have no will to live, and they're just going to end it all. Now, I want to advise you this. If you haven't been doing these drugs, if you haven't been smoking cigarettes, cigars, vapes, if you haven't started those things, then and you're probably tempted, if you're tempted to start those things, and maybe your friends tried to offer you one before, once you start, it's gonna make it so much harder to go back. Because let's say you wanna try a vape just to scratch that itch. That itch does not get scratched when you try it. Think about it. When you played video games for the first time, when you wanted to try out games or whatever, did you ever stop playing? Were you just like, oh, let's try this game? You played for 30 minutes or whatever. You didn't hop off after that. You didn't stop playing video games until you gradually increased the time you played for. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4, 5, 6, even 7. You just wanted more and more. And that's what's going to happen if you try that vape, if you try that cigarette, if you try these drugs. You're going to crave more and more, and it will take you down and down and down to a spiral of never-ending doom and unhappiness until you take your own life. It's the harsh truth, bro. That's what may happen to you, and I'm here to help you avoid that rut that you do not want to be in life. Because I was going down that path. I was doing these bad habits. I was doing these terrible habits, going down this downward spiral. And if I kept on doing them, I would have craved more and more. I would have gone into drugs. I would have been doing worse things. And I would have eventually probably not have been here anymore. And that's why I feel so passionate about helping you guys, because I was in your place too before. And I'm here to take you out of it, just how I took myself out of it. That's all I've got for you guys today. If you want to purchase my course, link is in the description. The details are on the website.